Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud. Say the name slowly. You can feel the word stretch out like a coastline. It is a name for a place that seems dreamt into being, from the edge of the wild sea to the peaks of silent mountains. This land moves and breathes. Volcanoes let out steam. Glaciers shine with a cold, ancient light. Forests whisper secrets between their leaves. Rivers rush with purpose toward the ocean. This is a country built from sharp and beautiful contrasts. It is a land where myths can feel entirely, wonderfully true. The clouds here often hang low over the water. The two main islands of Aotearoa sit in the ocean like two different hearts. They beat with their own distinct and powerful rhythms. The North Island is warm, restless, and green. You could say it thinks in fire. Hot pools bubble up from the ground, releasing clouds of steam into the crisp air. Geysers shoot columns of scalding water skyward. The land sometimes smells of sulfur, a primal reminder of the volcanic forces that are constantly at work just below your feet. Coastlines glow with soft golden sands on one side and rugged black sand beaches on the other. Auckland, Wellington pulses with a relaxed but steady energy. These stunning landscapes are not only real, they have also become the stuff of modern myth. When the filmmaker Peter Jackson needed a home for the world of Middle-earth, he looked no further than his own backyard. He saw that the islands of Aotearoa already possessed the magic he needed. The rolling green hills of the Waikato, the stark volcanic plains of the central North Island, the soaring mountains of the south could all become parts of that epic story. For millions of people around the globe, New Zealand is now forever tied to the adventures of hobbits, elves, and wizards. They come to stand where heroes once stood on screen, to see with their own eyes the places that fired their imaginations. The people of this land, the Tangata Wenua, add another profound layer to its story. Māori are the first people of Aotearoa. Their worldview is woven into the very fabric of the nation. The first of these is mana. Mana is a deep and complex word. It can be translated as authority, power, honor, and spiritual strength. A person, a family, or even a place can have mana. The second vital concept is Kaitiakitanga. This means guardianship or stewardship. It is a sacred promise to keep the rivers clean, the forests healthy, and the oceans full of life. You may have seen it on a sports field, a moment of raw power before a rugby match. The Haka is famous around the world as a ceremonial challenge or war dance, but to see it only as that is to miss its deeper meaning. The Haka is a living, breathing expression of pride, identity, profound emotion. It is a powerful form of storytelling, using the body as its instrument. It can be performed to welcome distinguished guests. It can be used to honor achievements. It can also be a way to mourn a great loss. Tasetamor, a shared outpouring of grief and respect. When the All Blacks perform the Haka, it is far more than a tactic to intimidate. It is a powerful call to their identity, a connection to the generations that came before them. The people of New Zealand, affectionately known as Kiwis, possess a quiet and understated charm. They are generally friendly, refreshingly direct, and wonderfully down-to-earth. There is a national aversion to making a fuss. Kiwis tend to approach problems with a calm, practical mindset and a good dose of humor. They prefer to get on with the job, fixing a fence, climbing a mountain. The outdoors is not just a place for recreation here. For many, it is a second home. People fish, tramp, surf, sail, and climb with a natural ease. Even in the cities, the wild is never far away, just a short drive or a ferry ride from the urban bustle. If you are seeking a jolt of joyful terror and pure exhilaration, then all roads lead to Queenstown. This stunning town sits on the shore of the deep blue Lake Wakatipu, completely surrounded by a ring of dramatic mountains. It is widely known as the adventure capital of the world, a title it has earned many times over. In the 1980s, a man named A.J. Hackett did something that seemed utterly mad to most. He and a friend tied a rubber cord to their ankles and leaped from a historic bridge. They called it bungee jumping. The rivers here are loud and powerful. Jet boats take on narrow canyons, pull high-speed spins, and skim mere inches above the riverbed. Canyoning means leaping into pools, sliding down natural chutes, and abseiling down waterfalls. Skydiving offers a bird's-eye view of glittering lakes and jagged peaks. A giant canyon swing flings you out over a deep gorge. The thrill becomes a way to connect. Laughter, smallness before the vast, and the wonder of being alive. Another of Aotearoa's great wonders is the unique life that calls it home. Having been cut off from other continents for millions of years, birds, reptiles, insects evolved in relative isolation. Many of these creatures are found nowhere else on Earth. The most famous of all is the kiwi. This small, round, flightless bird with a long, thin beak has become a national icon. To see a kiwi is a rare and special privilege. Conservation efforts to protect this beloved bird are a national priority. Then there is the kia, a parrot of the high mountains, famed for intelligence and boundless curiosity. It is a notorious mischief maker, pulling rubber from car windows, stealing unattended gear, playing with anything loose. Watching them is hilarious and fascinating. A flash of green and orange against snow and stone. New Zealand is not just a destination for the eyes. It is, more deeply, a place for the heart. It gently asks you to slow down your pace. It encourages you to pay closer attention to the world around you. It quietly inspires you to care. The earth here is not mere scenery to be photographed and forgotten. It is a living partner in the daily dance of life. The people live with this understanding. They share it through their songs. They share it through their laws. They share it through the simple daily act of looking after their home with a sense of profound responsibility. This is a country where myth and map touch, where the lines between them often blur. Movie sets that have become pilgrimage sites, sacred mountains that have stood for millennia. It holds the thrilling leap of a bungee jump, the quiet stillness of a starlit night in the wilderness. It is home to birds that cannot fly, mountains that seem to sing with the wind. It is a land of dramatic contrast and of surprising beautiful harmony. To visit Aotearoa is to witness these opposites existing together in natural balance. When you eventually leave, you may find that you carry a small change within you. You might walk a little more softly on the earth. You may find yourself keeping a new word in your mouth, kia ora. You may remember the exact way a sky opened wide over a dark, silent sound. You may recall the first time you saw a kiwi, heard the fierce cry of a haka, or felt the stomach-lurching tug of a bungee cord. These memories become a part of you, little pieces of the land that you take with you on your journey onward. Aotearoa asks one simple but profound thing of all who visit. It asks you to notice. It asks you to listen. It asks you to be ready for wonder.